Hello, welcome to Tuesday's episode of Baycroft TV. I'm sorry, Mr. Mitchell's been called to do something really urgently. So he said, do you mind stepping in? So I said, no, of course not. So here I am. Hope you really enjoyed today's episode. See you later.
Work done.
Morning Baycroft, hope you're all doing well and you're ready for the day. Today, what you're going to be doing isn't actually any type of exercise. What I want you to make sure you do is that when you're warming up all parts of your body. So, you're going to go from your head down through the whole body to your toes. So, what you can do to start off is you can do some stretches of your neck. So looking side to side, up and down. Make sure that when you stretch, you're stretching for a long enough time, between about 8 and 10 seconds, so that the stretch helps before doing your exercise. Next, you can do some stretches with your shoulders, then with your arms. You can do some with your body and your core, so side to side like that. Fantastic. Then going down through your legs until your ankles at the end. Your challenge for me is to come up with some different stretches you can do for each part of the body. I think you're up to it. Let's see what you got. See you later, Baycroft.
Hello Baycroft. Now, as you know, this week we are looking at the concept of choice and what that might look like. Now, at the moment, we're making choices every day that not only affect our lives, but affect the lives around us. During this COVID-19 pandemic, we're having to make choices about how to keep us safe and how to keep our families safe. Now, recently, the Prime Minister has released new lockdown guidelines, which has given us the opportunity to see friends and families that we haven't seen for quite a long time, which is super exciting, but also might make you feel a little bit nervous. I'm going to share a story with you that really linked to how I felt when I saw my family on Monday. And I want you to think about why I chose this story.
Why we can't hug. Hedgehog and Tortoise were the best of friends. They wanted to give each other a great big hug, but they weren't allowed to touch. Don't worry, said Owl. There are lots of ways to show someone you love them. Hedgehog tried a wave. That made Tortoise smile. Tortoise made a funny face. That made Hedgehog laugh. Hedgehog wrote a letter, and Tortoise wrote one back. And when Tortoise did a little dance, Hedgehog joined in too. Hedgehog blew a kiss across the gap between them. Tortoise saw it and caught it and kept it, and sent 3 back again. Tortoise sang a song. Hedgehog played along. They both painted pictures so that everyone would know they were friends. Through rain and shine. They could not touch, they could not hug, but they both knew that they were loved.
I hope you figured out why I chose that story in particular. Although it was a really simple message, it's a message that's really important right now. And although you have the choice to hug or shake hands or high five with your friends and family when you see them over the next couple of weeks, there are plenty of other things that you can do to show that you care about them. Plenty more choices you can make that are also really caring and really friendly. So, I want you to share with me what choices you've made when you've met up with friends and families recently. How have you showed them you care? What have you done together? Think about the characters in the story and how they made those right choices to overcome some of those barriers we might be facing in our day-to-day life at the moment. There are lots of creative ways to give people hugs, so share what you've done to make your friends and families feel special.
Hi guys, Mr. Ryan-Heaney here. So, today is June the 3rd, and I've been asked to talk to you about one of my favourite athletes who was born today. His name is Rafael Nadal. I wonder if you know what sport he plays. Well, if you're not sure at the moment, that's alright, because we're going to be finding out about his life through this video. Now, I'm going to be passing you over to Señorita Whittle, who's going to talk to you more about his upbringing and where he's from. Over to you.
Hola estudiantes de Baycroft, soy Señorita Whittle. I'm here today to speak to you as Baycroft TV's official Spanish correspondent. Hoy es un día muy especial en deporte español, porque hoy es el cumpleaños de Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal es un jugador de tenis muy famoso. You might have even seen him on the television. He was born on el 3 de junio in Mallorca, which is an island off the southeast coast of Spain. It makes up part of the Balearic Islands, which are made up of Mallorca, Ibiza, Menorca and Formentera. Rafael comes from a very sporty family. His uncle was un jugador de fútbol, and he played in the World Cup in 2002. Rafael started playing tennis when he was only 4 años. He got a lot of help from his other tío, who was his entrenador. He turned professional when he was only 15 años. As you know, I love all things Espanol, so in honour of Rafael's birthday, we're going to learn some Spanish words. Hola, ¿qué tal? Me llamo. Por favor. Gracias. Adiós. Muy bien, adiós. Y de vuelta a señor Ryan-Heaney.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? So, as you can see, I look a bit more like Rafael Nadal now. I've got the headband, I've got the sweatbands, I've got my Nike clothing on. He's got a very big sponsorship deal with Nike. Originally his first deal, which was between 2008 and 2018, was worth $10 million a year. Not bad for a tennis player. So, what you've learnt now from Miss Whittle is about his upbringing. What I want you to tell me is, what does Rafael Nadal need when he goes into a tennis match? That could be his equipment, and what he's wearing as well. That's your first task for the video. Rafael Nadal has won lots and lots of different tournaments. The one that he is best at is called Roland Garros, which he has won 12 times. I want you to tell me where that tournament is and also what the other Grand Slams are called and their locations. I'm going to put that on the screen for you now. Rafael Nadal does a pretty elaborate or long pre-performance routine. He bounces the ball probably about 12 times before he even serves it. This takes a long time, but it's something that helps him focus while doing the serve. Your last challenge, if you choose to accept it, is you've got to create your own pre-serve routine. I want to see as many videos as I can of you practicing those bounces, throw the ball up a couple of times, create something of your own. I reckon you can do it. Now, final thing I want to say about Nadal is he is the second most successful male tennis player in history. He has won 19 Grand Slams, one less than Roger Federer, and he's also won 2 Olympic Games medals for his country of Spain. Now, that's a pretty good record. I'm just going to take my trophies and medals, and I'm going to see you all later. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
For today's science lesson, we'll be exploring how adding salt to ice changes its melting point by making ice cream. The melting point of a solid is the temperature at which it changes state from a solid to a liquid. This point can be changed by pressures from the environment or a chemical change. So, to make your ice cream, you will need some rock salt, some milk, some cream, some ice cubes, some vanilla extract or whatever flavour you want to make, and 2 Ziploc bags. But why does this happen? When water is in a solid state, the molecules are packed tightly together. When we increase the temperature, we are adding energy in the form of heat. Once the amount of energy added to the ice equals the ice's melting point, the molecules with enough energy will start to spread apart and transition from a solid to a liquid. The water molecules in a liquid are packed together less tightly than a solid, so will start to move more freely. If the liquid is allowed to lose energy or cools to a point equal to its freezing point, it will return to a solid. When we add salt to ice or sodium chloride, it will separate into sodium and chloride ions. These additional particles disrupt the ice's ability to freeze. The more salt we add, the more it affects the freezing and melting point of the ice. This change in melting point forces the ice to begin to absorb energy from its surroundings and allows it to melt at a much lower temperature than normal. The ice pulls the energy it needs to melt from the cream mixture. As our ice gains energy and begins to change from a solid to a liquid, the cream is losing energy and changes from a liquid to a solid. Once the cream has lost enough energy, it completes its transition from a liquid to a solid. And now you have ice cream. Can you make your own ice cream at home? I'd like to see all the creations you make. Okay, so you need to add 150 millilitres of milk and put it into your smaller bag. I'm then going to put the bag in the bowl so that it doesn't fall over. You then need to add 150 millilitres of cream. Not too much. And add that to your bag. And then you need to add 2 spoons of sugar. And half a teaspoon of vanilla or whatever flavour you have decided to go for, and give it a stir. It's really important you give it a stir, otherwise your ice cream won't taste very nice. Once you have done that, make sure that your bag is completely sealed and empty of any extra air. Then you're going to place some ice cubes in your bigger bag. All of the ice cubes are stuck together. Just go to the side. So add a few ice cubes to the big bag, and then you're going to add a little bit of rock salt, just a couple of shakes, and then place your bag of milk liquid into the bigger bag, and then make sure it's completely covered with ice cubes. And then you're going to add more salt to the bag and zip the bigger bag up. Then place your bags into a bowl, and you need to shake the bag for about 10 minutes. sign was hot. Today's sign is sun. Sun.
Good morning, Baycroft. Today I'm coming to you from Curdridge. This is my uncle's farm. This is Bertie. Bertie's my baby. Not such a baby anymore. He's trying to nibble in my pocket. But I've been really lucky in my lifetime. I've been to some of the most beautiful countries in the world and experienced lots of nice things there. I've had to save up for them for a long time. But driving up here today really made me think, you don't have to go far to experience some of the most beautiful places in the world. Like here, it takes me 20 minutes to drive up here to my uncle's farm. I get to experience time with the cows, and also I get to see Bertie. So the next time you think about something that you really want and think about how you can get it, just stop and just think for a minute and think about what you have around you and the people that you have around you that is for free. Take care, guys. Bye.